God as I am. You're just as anointed as I am to do what God. Because my Bible tells me we shall know that believe shall lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. You know, we say, this person's so anointed that, but we all are unique and wonderfully made in the image of God. And you don't realize how anointed you truly are when you live a holy and a consecrated life. God is looking for some willing workers who will get up and do what He has called them to do. You might not be called to preach the word, but you're called to witness. You're called to witness. Your very lifestyle can be a witness for God. You know, it's like, I never said, let your lifestyle represent God. Do what God has called you to do. And He said, pray, believing. If you pray, believing, you will have what you ask for. You see what I'm saying? You have to pray. God, you said, I can say what your word said, we shall lay hands on the sick. It might not come, the healing might not come the way you didn't want it to come, but it still comes. Because God is in everything. God is omnipresent. But we have to be willing. God, not to what I want, but God, kill me daily. Daily. You know, I don't want to do that. It's not about us, but it's about His kingdom come and His will being done. And He gave us His very best. So we as believers, we need to give God our very best. We don't want no self-defense. He gave His only begotten Son for you and for me and for all of us. So when preachers get to talk about, well, that's what they, no. Who am I to say anything against God's elect? You see, we have to know our position in the Lord. You know, if this person, it's not my hand that heals anybody. It's an instrument that God is using. So we have to do what God has called. God said, we're always, when they don't do this, God said, it's your time now. It's your time to be the disciple that you know how to be. You might not pray like nobody else. He's not, but if it comes from a sincere heart,
that's right.
It is just as effective as anybody else. So we cannot blame our leaders and those in authority over us for people not being healed, not going to nurture. It's us. God is calling us. He is calling us to do it. He said, I have need of you, Sister Cheryl, Mother Smith. You might know, but God's got need of all of us. And we all have a part to play in the body. And all of our part in the body is just as significant. If I'm not functioning in what God has called me to function in, then the body is not moving correctly. So I can't say, the church is not dead. The church is not dead. Where the Spirit of the Lord, it hovers and it rests. We might not shout, we might not scream out, but God's presence is here. It is here in His place. It is peace, it is love, it is unconditional love. God's love is here. And it's longevity here. In this house. So any and every word. God told me to decree and declare in this house. Any and every word that was spoken against this ministry in this house, I call it up and I call it null and void. I call it null, and I decree as a woman of God and a prophet that no weapon formed against this ministry will prosper. In every word that has risen against this ministry and judgment, I condemn. So we get caught up sometimes in ourselves, but self has to die.
Self has to die.
And when we get a spirit of pride, we better watch out. It does. It comes before, like Mother said, it comes before a fall. But God wants you to know He has need of you.